Yeah, so what's up, guys? It's that kind of story here again, and I'm back with another video. Sorry for the delays in releasing videos. I'm kind of down for some time. The weather in the UK is quite terrible. There's a lot of cold. It's winter now, ice, cold, snow in some parts of the country. I mean, I'm in London, so it didn't really snow as much. And also, if you notice, I also have like a cold. I'm just recovering from a cold or a flu. I didn't really get tested, but I suspect that's what it was, and I was treating it. And then but more videos are going to be coming out. And today we're going to be working on getting the sum and differences of two numbers in using Excel. And why we want to do this because it's sort of like an introduction to using formulas in Excel. Because as you would know, or if you don't know, then you'll be aware now that in Excel you can actually use formulas, and these formulas help you perform calculations and certain functions easily. Because you would have like some functions you can perform. You can even perform conditional statements. Like you can perform like if statement, like if this is this, then that, or if not this, then that. And then also you can have like very complex um, statements as well, or formulas that you can actually use to perform certain operations that just makes it easier for you while you're using Excel. But today we're going to work with sum and difference. Getting the sum of two numbers, getting the difference of two numbers. So rather than performing it manually, which might make errors, especially when you have a lot of data. But this time around, you'll be able to do it, using formulas, and you just make it easy. So that's what we're going to work with today. Yeah, so basically what I did is I created a simple Excel folder. So like I said, it's going to be a very short video. It's going to be a very simple short video as well. So I created a very simple Excel folder that has sales, expenses, revenue, and profits. And so the sales, you have the numbers there for sales, expenses, you have the numbers for expenses, and then the revenue is going to be sales plus expenses. So maybe that might not be the actual real life scenario of how that plays out. But then for this example, that's also what we're going to permit. So sales will be expenses, revenue will be sales plus expenses, and then the profits will be sales minus expenses, which will be the difference. And then we'll also now have the total, so total of everything. So total for profits, total for revenue, total for expenses, and total for sales. So like I said, it's going to be very simple, straight to the point. Um, I'm not gonna waste time. So yeah, I'm just gonna delete this. Now to get revenue, we're gonna add this and this together. So basically what I'm doing is I'll just come here and say sum equals to, so whenever you want to start a formula in Excel, you always have to use the equal to sign. So you say equals to, then you say sum, which is the calculation. So then we want to calculate the sum of first column, which is A, and the second row, which is 2. So in Excel, that will be A2, referring to column A, 2, row 2. Then for sum, and since it's a formula, you just have to use your comma, and then your expenses is in column B, so column B, and then the row that you want to calculate is row 2, and then you just click on enter, and then it gives you the amount, which is 1,300. So that's the revenue. Now you can keep on calculating the rest, so I can come back here and say, okay, I want to calculate the sum of this guy. Say, okay, it's equals to, so sum for the next row. So say sum, sorry, and then you put your parentheses, and then so the first number, which is A3, that's column A, row 3, and then column B, row 3, and then you press enter, and then when you calculate this two, you actually find out that this is actually the right answer. So you can keep on going doing that, you know which, like, you now know how to do some, so you can continue doing that. Oh, but one thing you can also do, that the trick is, you can just drag it. So that's the power of Excel. Imagine you have thousands of records. You're not going to be doing every single thing one at a time. So what you can do is you can drag it down, and then it will automatically perform all the calculations for you. So this is the sum of, so if you check the top, you can see sum of A4, B4, come here, this A5, B5, come here, A6, B6. And then if you know, use your calculator to confirm if it's correct, you actually find out that it's correct. So I mean basically, so that's it. And then you can now continue. You can then perform calculations for the other um, records as well. So for profits, so you can come here and say, so for profits, you have to, this time around, we're going to calculate the difference. So we'll say equal to, and there's no minus, so you don't have a minus formula, you don't have a difference formula. So you're just going to do it traditional way. So you put your parentheses, you say your A2. So we want to get the profits from the very first row that we have there, which is the second row. So first column and second row, and then you'd say minus second column, which is column B, and second row, which is 2, and you press equals to, then you get the difference of that. So the same thing again, continue for the next one. It's equals to, your parentheses, column A, row 3, minus column B, row 3, then you get the answer for that. So same thing applies. So you want to get for the remaining ones, you just drag it down. You don't have to, start doing one at a time. So if you check, you can click on it to confirm that okay, yes, it actually corresponds. And then yeah, so that's it basically. And then now we're not going to get the total of all these guys here. So let me just make this bold so it stands out. So get the total for the first one. So for sales, so we know that it starts from B2 to P7. Sorry, from A2, which is column A2 to A7. So I'll just come in here and say equal to. Now I can do this and say sum, and then I'll now go and say A2, comma, A3, comma, A4, comma, A5, comma, A6, comma A7, and I put equal to. It gives me the answer. Perfect. But then imagine I have 1,000 records. Will I keep on doing that for 1,000 records? No. So what I can easily do is I'm going to delete this and I'll do it again. So this is a simpler way of doing it. So I'll say equal to, I'll say sum, and then I'll say A2, put a colon, and then I'll now put A7. So basically, what this means is from A2 all the way down to A7. So A2 to A7. So that's what that colon is doing there. So you're saying A2 to A7, and then you just press on your enter, and then it gives you the answer. So that's an easier way of doing it. So I can go back as I go to expenses. Now to get the total of expenses. So I'll say equals to, say sum, and I'll say B. So which was the column B? Sorry, you have to be inside the parentheses. So we say column B. Sorry, is it column B? Sorry. Yeah, column B, row 2. And then I don't even have to now even type anything here. So let's just do it this way. I don't even want to type anything here. So I can just come here and click on that and just drag all the way down, and it does it automatically for me. And I just press my enter, and then we have that calculated. So that's B2 true to B7, B2 true to B7. That's what that is. Yeah, then you can continue with your, and I'm also write the formulas as I'm doing them in the screen as well. So we just have it legible for you to see. So I'll go for the next one for revenue. Say equal to revenues in column C. So say sum, the parentheses, column C, row 2, um, and then through to column C, row 7, press enter, you get the total revenue for that, and then for profits as well, equals to say sum, parentheses, say it's a column D, row 2 through to your column D 7, then you get the answer. So that's it basically. It's simple, short. That's how you perform your sum, and also how you perform your differences as well using Excel. Yeah, so I mean that's it. Yeah, so basically that's how easy it can be, to perform your sums, your difference, And then there are so many other calculations as well. There's multiplication, there's division, finding the percentage, so many formulas to explore in Excel. So it's going to be a very interesting topic. And then yeah, so if you have any questions, just drop it down in the comment sections. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and share with your friends. And we need to get our followers up. I mean, let's try and hit up to 100 followers before the end of the year. I know it's very possible. We could almost supersede that. I want to put up more videos. So yeah, so until next time, did a kind of story, and I will see you next time.
Me I no send them enemies around me. Me I gonna gun them. My mind on my moolah, pay me my moolah. My mind on my moolah, moolah. My mind is made up.